So, Jess Phillips and her little cadre of male feminist allies are now just telling open lies about me. And I think this one is my favourite one from Robert Webb, who is an alleged comedian. All love and support over here, Jess. Not much of a consolation, but dear Carl sent sketches on spec for that Mitchell and Webb sound. They were, of course, shit. YouTube and UKIP are where the talent free go when normal people aren't interested in their pitiful nonsense. Wow, doesn't that just smack of classism? YouTube is where the talent free go, is it? Or is it where people go to unlock their talent and display them with the world? I guess you wouldn't know much about that. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. But this is a total lie, Robert, and you know that. Why are you making up this kind of lie? Like, I've never written a comedy sketch in my life. I don't even know where I'd start. Any jokes I tell are very much more on the fly, off the cuff, whatever happens to have been in the front of my mind at the time that I found funny when it crossed my thoughts. I'm not a comedy writer, Robert. Like, I tell jokes on the internet, but that's not the same as being like a comedian, someone who, has an act and goes to comedy clubs. I don't have an act. I just tell funny jokes that I find funny. This is not true. That Mitchell and Webb sound I assume that's a radio show, right? But I don't know because I've never listened to it. So what are you doing, Robert? You're looking like a dumbass. I mean, Robert, tell me about some of the things I sent you. I'm really interested. I'd like to judge for myself if they're shit. In fact, I think you should release the full transcripts. I mean, if I wrote them, you have my full permission. Just release whatever it is you think that I sent you. I'm really curious. And the thing is, like, I haven't watched anything by Mitchell and Webb for years. They used to have a TV show that was all right, and obviously it was David Mitchell carrying him, but it was all right. And Peep Show had its moments, but again, we know who the real person carrying the team there is. But I want to see this, Robert. I want to see it. I've never done this, so I really want to see what you're going to pull out of your ass. Like, show me. Show me what it was so I can judge for myself whether it was shit. And the public can judge too. I mean, maybe they'll be like, hang on, Robert, this is way funnier than anything you've ever written. Who knows? I mean, I sent you on spec, so it's not like it's going to cost you any money, is it, Robert? I assume on spec means I sent it for free. And the thing is, Robert, that's just... I wouldn't do that. I would write something good and I would sell it for money if I was going to do that. Because I'd make sure it was good. You think I was trying to break into your industry? That's what that is, isn't it? Because that's what people do when they're trying to break in, when they're trying to get noticed. I bet I've had no contact with you, Robert. I wouldn't even know how to contact you. I wouldn't know where to go, and I've got absolutely no interest in doing so. But you think that I was trying to be part of, like, the London comedy scene? I've never tried to be part of the London comedy scene. It's very whipped and politically correct. It's full of male feminists like yourself who, look, we can just have a quick look at your Twitter feed and see you're talking about deconstructing masculinity for comic and political effect via my childhood once every 44 years, so don't miss it. Well, I imagine that's amazing. I imagine that's incredible. I imagine that's fascinating to watch. You struggling with the fact that you are too weak to be a man. I mean, honestly, Robert, I think there is probably a lot we can actually talk about, but not if you're just going to sit there and lie. Like, if you're just going to sit there and make things up to virtue signal, then it's really shocking. I mean, like, I'm not surprised that you had to put out a retraction saying offended YouTubers. Sorry, I could have put that better. But yeah, yeah, you could. If you're an example of TV and I'm an example of YouTube, I think we know where the talent lies, Robert. But the thing is, Robert, we're not in competition. I don't write comedy sketches. I never have. We are not in competition, and you are a sad man who's virtue signaling on the internet. If Jim Davidson was held as an example of TV comedy, then I think that's a bit rum. I'm not an example of YouTube comedy, really. I'm an entertainer, I guess you could say, because you have to be entertaining on YouTube. It's an attention economy. But anyway, I'm sure there's lots of cracking YouTube content, but obviously I'm too old to notice. Still, Carl is a funnyless warthog, and that's the main thing. Stunning and brave, Robert. Stunning and brave. Everyone is impressed. Just everyone's. Then they all clapped. This is like Jess Phillips claiming that someone came up to her and yelled at her about this in the street, isn't it? You're just making shit up, and you're not funny while you're doing it. And that, to me, is the biggest crime if you're going to call yourself a comedian, Robert. I'm not a comedian. I'm just a player with a YouTube channel. You're the comedian here who's not making anyone laugh. Actually, no. You know what? I take that back. You actually are making me laugh. You're actually... Like, your lies are really funny, and I really hope you keep going. But like I said, please release the full transcripts of everything I ever sent you, including the emails, dated, obviously, because I want to see exactly what it is that I sent you. All these comedy sketches that I've written that I've forgotten about, well, maybe they're really funny, and maybe I'd like to see them, and I'm sure the public would like to see them too. Now, you can do that just literally, 10 minutes after you get this video. Just go through your emails, just whack them on Twitter. Everyone's cool with it. No worries. I'm sure you're not lying, and I'm sure you won't have to fabricate a bunch of stuff, even if you go, well, actually, obviously I don't have it now. Obviously I don't have it. Obviously I got rid of it. So all this is just a completely horseshit story. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate your condemnation.